This program are not necessarily those of KTLB Radio.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Sister Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is dedicated to senior citizens. And I would like to thank Edwina Red for helping me with this program. When I grow old, I know it's hard for you to accept my growing old. For you expect me to be the same as you've always known me to be. But you see, age brings with it a very great to big change. You must realize this now, or you will not know how to treat me when I no longer have the ability to move faster and speak with good memory and hear everything that is said and understand and be patient enough to wait for those whom I need to watch me and make sure I'm safe. Today's program is dedicated to understanding the senior citizens. Just as God made the seasons to change, I too will change as I grow old. My hair will turn gray and my body will grow weak. I am your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt. I'm your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousin. I'm your brother, your sister. And one thing is for sure, when I grow old, I will not be the same as you have always known me to be. This program, assisted by Edwina M. Red, is dedicated to those of us that are growing old. Please remember to be patient with old people because our legs and knees have much pain. We cannot walk as fast as before. But please do not rush. Do not walk in a rush ahead of me. For this short visit that we are spending together will have an effect on how good my heart feels and yours one day. If you have enjoyed waiting for me and walking with me step by step, as though it is a joy for you instead of a burden, take this time to be with me. It would be nice if your heart even felt like holding my hand. For when I grow old, I will not be the same as you have always known me to be. Today I'm dedicating this program to our senior citizens. This is the Clara Luper radio show. And this show is being made possible today by your independent Allstate agent, Marilyn Hildred. The telephone number is 8430811. Marilyn wants to write your home insurance, your life insurance, your automobile insurance. Marilyn wants to write it because Marilyn wants you to have the best. The best. You deserve the best. And Marilyn wants you to have the best. The telephone number, once again, is 8430811. Robert Gates, 2609 North Martin Luther King. The Gates Barbershop is open today. And they are ready to cut your hair. Cutting it just like you want it cut. All at 2609 North Martin Luther King, and you don't need an appointment. Today's program is dedicated to the senior citizens. You need some food, go to Hometown Groceries, located at 2301 Northeast 23rd Street or at Martin Luther King and 23rd. They have some special sales today, and I want you to go there and see what's up. Yes, today is the day, and we are very happy to be with you today, and our program is dedicated to the senior citizens today. Please remember that as we grow older, our eyes are weaker, and we work hard to see what we are reading. And many times we do not remember all that we want to say until you are gone. Be patient with us. And so, my friends, spend just a little more time with senior citizens. And I promise you, their wisdom will be shared from the heart. All old people do not ask for your attention, but you should be You should give them attention freely and willingly. Don't worry about senior citizens because we worry about you and we love you with all of our heart. Senior citizens just want young people to be happy and strong. We may even say that we are feeling very good when in truth we are feeling lonely and sad. And we do not want you to know that we can just enjoy you saying hello. We can just enjoy a hug or a telephone call to hear your voice and to know that you are thinking of a senior citizen and that you yourself are all right. Well, as we grow old, we can no longer do all the things that we would like to do, but we can still love and be able to accept being loved. Yes, I know it's hard for you, my children, to accept the fact that we are growing old. But we are growing old. Our hair is turning. Our body is weak. We are your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your grandmother, your grandfather, your cousin, your brother, your sister. And one thing for sure, we are not the same as you've always known us. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. And this part of our show is being brought to you by Johnson Jardina's Daycare Center, where you can receive the kind of inspiration, the kind of motivation that you love. Mrs. Gloria Matthews and that fine staff will take care of you. Johnson Jardina's, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. That telephone number is 424-4656. They will pick up and deliver. Yes, as you grow older, you people got to understand. People got to understand that we accept growing older. And we ask you out there to remember that the only way you can keep from growing old is to die young. This is Clara Luper, and today's program is dedicated to our senior citizens. How can you mistreat a senior citizen? How can you try to rob and beat up a senior citizen? I don't know. But I know if you do, if you rob or try to take away from a senior citizen, I would like to tell you that I think you are crazy, because senior citizens have built the walls, have built the bridges for you to cross over. Last night was a big night in Oklahoma City because the Oklahoma City Association of Black Lawyers held their annual fall scholarship reception at the Oklahoma Bar Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Attorney Deborah Mack was mistress of ceremony, and she was introduced by Joel A. Porter, an attorney. It was quite interesting to watch as Pastor Larry Foster delivered the invocation. The Honorable Judge Vicky Miles LaGrange gave the opening remarks, entertainment by nearly 100 young people from KIPP at College Preparatory School. Representative Opio Toure gave the historical background of the Oklahoma City Association of Black Lawyers. The Ada Loisipia Fisher Diversity Award was presented to attorney Patricia Demps. It was presented by Linda Haha from the Kerr-McGee Corporation. The John Green Community Service Award was presented by Attorney McKinney Foster, and it was presented to the Coalition for Educational Progress and Equity. But the award that we were so excited about was a Champion of Justice Award that was presented to the Honorable E. Melvin Porter. It was presented by Attorney Laurie Combs. Scholarships was presented by Attorney Tracy Roan, who is Assistant Oklahoma County Public Defender. The closing comments was given by that young attorney, Charles Hill. Congratulations to the Association of Black Lawyers. in town in Oklahoma City. We have a once in a while opportunity. We have an opportunity to see one of the greatest circus that has ever been presented in America. And I want you to go to the circus today. And the last time is tomorrow, but I want you to go to that circus. I want you to take your children. That is some circus. Now, I can tell you because I was there. I saw the circus. I saw it. It's a universal circus. And it is something. It is at 4201 North Lincoln Boulevard. Don't miss it. That circus is owned by a black man. His name is Cedric Walker, who is president and CEO. And that's an opportunity. I know people that have driven to Kansas City and to Dallas all for that opportunity, but I want you to go and see it. And I want the senior citizens to go, the children. I want you to go. Let's show that Oklahoma City can do it. I've been to most of the circus that has come to Oklahoma City, but I have never in my life seen anything like that circus. I wish the fair people would bring that circus here during the fair. It would be amazing. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and Mr. Adams is going to call me because Mr. Adams has something very important to tell all of you. I will also have as my special guest today the coach, the football coach from Langston University. Calvin is all smiles today because Calvin went to the circus. And I'm telling you, it was a big deal. Calvin Luper, that circus was a big deal. I know you enjoyed that circus. Calvin, how did you enjoy the circus? Please tell me. Please tell me.
I don't know. But, Mom, I do know this, that of course I have to say, I'm so happy that you're back here in the beautiful blue room at KTLV, 1220 on your AM dial. I know that by now our friends and our neighbors and those people who listen to the radio show have done what? They've called somebody and they've told them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show, because we're live and in living color. My voice is a little different this morning, not only because
of the circus?
Because of the circus, but because of the weather. You know, things happen. I had such a great time there. And you know what, Mama? I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to think of what was the most exciting part of the circus. And I don't know if it was the young lady from Russia that was flipped up on the board and did all that stuff in the air and landed down back on that board. I don't know if it was the...
that group from South Africa.
That group from South Africa was good.
My.
But one part that will stick with me forever was seeing those beautiful black women coming back out as tigers. You know, I've known some tiger black women in my life, but I never seen them go in the cage. I got to learn that trick. And then another thing,
those elephants.
The elephants were good, but I'm talking about my man, Dr. Soul or whatever. His name is, or Mr. Soul. The way he could handle that microphone, that James Brown act of his was fantastic. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was in a group of people, and all of us, I bet, a horse today because we just, you know, we went back in time because it was soulful. And then the dancer, the young people, you remember they had the soul dance for the old school dance. They had the soul dance for the new school dance. But there was one heavy-set brother. That one heavy-set brother that came up there, and he threw it down.
Don't tell everything.
I mean, but what I want to tell everybody, that it is an opportunity for all of us here in Oklahoma, all of us, that anybody, that if you can hear my voice, if you can get out from where you're at, you know, you need to go to that circus. I mean,
and tickets are on sale now.
And they are, and I'm so proud of seeing a young entrepreneur. This is not no old guy. I mean, he's not in his 90s or 75s or something. But this is a young man that has gone out and gotten some of the best acts in the world and is sharing it with us. Those people that are promoting it, those people that brought it here to town, thank you so much. Oklahoma City needs to see that. The young people from the different schools and the young people from the different places that have had an opportunity to see it have, you know, this should be an inspiration to them. Because if I could do that, my man with the ribbon in the sky.
Okay.
And
Wait a minute, Calvin, don't tell it
and
all.
be able
because
to
I do
hold,
have somebody on
be
telephone.
able to hold that
Like
young
I
lady
tell
like that.
Oh, my
That takes some
goodness.
strength. But I tell you more.
Ribbon in
But
the
call
sky.
that friend, call that neighbor. Tell them to be a part of this, the
The
Clara
Clara
Luper
Luper
Radio
Radio
Show,
Show.
live.
And in living color. Hello?
Hello, this is Big Time Wisdom.
Yes, give it
Hey.
the wisdom. I saw you last night.
All
You
right.
did?
Yes, he was there.
Nobody wins when we have. Nobody wins when we play favorites.
Oh, you're exactly right. Nobody wins when we play favorites. I'm not going to
I don't
play
know,
no
Fluky.
flavors.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nobody wins.
Nobody wins. Well, what about
he
if
was
you
looking good last night. Oh, you should have seen him, Calvin.
Fluky
He
was
yeah, his grandson is Attorney Henry.
Yeah, I
he
know.
was there. Okay, thank you so much.
Nobody wins
When everybody plays favorites.
when everybody played a favorite. Okay,
When
that's
the presidents in leadership got certain people. That's a good one.
no. And then
Okay.
you know where I went to that Mom? I went to like if everybody plays the favorite, then nobody will win because the odds go. That's good, Fluky. Thank you so much. Fluky's
always
great,
good.
Mom. He's always
And he
outstanding.
saw his son, who is the principal and the founder of KIPS in Oklahoma City, and
KIPS.
he saw those young people performing. Well,
Okay.
this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I know Clarence Adams got to call me.
I don't know who it is
Okay.
on the line,
Okay.
but you have a call on the
I
line.
hope it's the coach. Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Is this the coach at Langston University?
Yes, it is. How you doing?
Well, I am really doing fine.
Dear
and it's
Langston,
an
dear
honor.
Langston.
Oh, Calvin, please don't sing that. Please. And your name is what, sir?
Harold Johnson.
Now, Harold Johnson, you are the head football coach at Langston University.
Yes, I'm the head football coach here at Langston University.
The people need to know something about you. Where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Denver, Colorado. Educated there and have lived there my entire life before accepting the position here at Langston.
Why did you come to Langston University?
Opportunity, and I felt it was a calling to come down and try to get the program back to the prominence that it once was.
Okay, now what is your philosophy of education?
I put education before athletics, and we recruit young men who want to be student athletes, and we go over that with that very strenuously with them when we recruit them. I believe that hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice will allow you to attain all your goals. So that's my philosophy, and that's what I preach to these young men.
You preach to these young men. Do you think they are accepting your gospel?
You know, I really believe that they do, Miss Luper, even if they don't right now. I believe that as they become older and more mature, the ones who might not understand what was said to them right now, later on in life, when something happens, they will be able to draw upon these experiences and hopefully understand what Coach Johnson was trying to prepare them for. And that's what we try to do, is prepare them for life academically and spiritually and emotionally.
Have you had any work experience except being the head coach at Langston University?
Ms. Luper, I've probably taken a very different path to my head coaching than most men. Upon graduation from high school, I worked for Denver Parks and Recreation for 15 years, started as a custodial trainee, and worked my way to director, which is the highest spot, and then left that after 15 years and became a firefighter. Firefighters...
Just a minute. You mean to tell me you became a firefighter?
Yes, firefighter. I was a professional firefighter for the city of Denver.
Okay. Tell me more.
And then just decided, and you know, firefighters all have day-off jobs, and my day-off job, I coached high school football and substitute taught in Denver public schools. So I have a history of public service, and I have had a very successful team in Colorado. My son decided to go to a historical black college, and that's where my affiliation with Langston came in. And when the opportunity to apply for the head job came open, I applied for it, and probably was a dark horse in that, and probably surprised everyone except myself by being named the head coach.
Well, you sure surprised me, because I never heard of a firefighter and a man who had coached what in high school and you coached in. Did you have any college experience before you came to Langston?
Yes, I coached at 3 different institutions: the University of Colorado in 1984-85, Adams State College in 1992-93, and then 93-94 I was at Colorado School of Mines, a world-renowned engineering school. So I have 3 different times I've coached at the college level, and of course I have 2 head coaching job experiences at the high school level. So plenty of coaching experience. Started with Little League and have coached everything in between.
Okay, now you're at Langston University, and I know homecoming is coming up. When is homecoming anyway?
Homecoming will be Saturday, November 15th.
Who will you be playing?
We'll be playing Haskell Indian Nations College from Lawrence, Kansas.
Okay, do you think you'll win?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, I think the young men are getting better every week, understanding more of our offense and our defense, and we're really coming along. We have a young group, and they're growing together and just really starting to mesh right now. So we still have 4 games left, culminating in homecoming will be our last game, and we expect a great effort from the young men, and I'm sure that we'll get a win for the home crowd.
Okay, is this your second year at Langston University?
Yes, it is.
What did you do? I want your winning record for the first year.
Our record for the first year, Miss Luper, was 2-9. That was last year.
You 2-9. I don't understand. You won 9 and lost 2.
No, we won 2 games and lost 9.
What? You mean to tell me you lost 9 games, and you think you got a good team coming up?
Well, Miss Luper, one loss record doesn't necessarily mean that you're successful or that you're a failure. And last year, although the record was a losing record, we were successful. There's things that we need to do here and want to do, and we are having success moving toward building a really good program. And that's what you do when you come and you're trying to rebuild a program. No one can just start on the top, as you know. You have to work hard, you have to pray, and you have to stay the course.
Okay, now what's your record this year so far?
So far this year, we've won 1 game and we've lost 5.
You have won 1 game this year and you lost 5. How many more games do you have to play this year?
We have 4 games left.
Okay, you have 4 games left. Now, if you have won 1 and you've lost how many?
5.
5. And you believe that you will have a winning season this year?
I believe that we'll win the last 4 games, and that would put us 500, 5-5 for the second year, and that's a pretty good record for second year. As I told you, we got the young kids. We only graduate, Miss Luper, 4 young men off of our starting squad, offense and defense. So we'll have everyone back out of 22 boys, young men, I should say. There are only 4 that will leave us. We'll have all those young men back, plus all of the young guys on the team who aren't playing a vital role right now, but will in the future. So we have a really good group of young men, and the future looks bright for us.
When we come during homecoming, we look for a winning team. Now, I'm going to ask you outright, will you win for those graduates that's coming from all over the United States and some are coming from Europe? Will we win our homecoming game?
We will win the homecoming game, Miss Luper.
Okay, that's what you say. Now,
What will the
I
score
want to know
be?
about your team.
What will the score be?
Calvin wants to know what the score would be.
It doesn't matter if it's 1 point, sir, or 100. We're going to win it for you.
Okay, well, okay. If you don't, we're going to really talk about you on the Clara Luper radio show. Now, tell me about your team. Who else? You have some you have some assistants. Who are your assistants?
My offensive coordinator is Sean Johnson.
Where's Sean from?
Sean Johnson is from Bryan, Texas.
Okay, that's a good place.
Uh-huh. He graduated from Utah State University. Fine young man. My defensive coordinator is Clayton Rolls, who played for me in high school and then went on to Adams State College and finished his undergrad degree. Fine young man. He's from Denver, Colorado, played for me in high school, as I said. My offensive line coach is Dan Davis. He comes to us from McPherson College in Kansas. He was the head coach there for several years. My defensive line coach is named Jasper Armstrong. His parents graduated from Langston, met here, and were college sweethearts. So we have a link there with him. Have another assistant, Mark Howard, who is from Edmond, Oklahoma, and for the past 5 years has coached at UCO up there in Edmond. Also Anthony Lyons, who is from Langston, Oklahoma, when he graduated from Cameron University, and he's just a fine young man also. So we have a really nice staff. Our trainer is Jennifer McCrae. This is her first year. She's a graduate of Oklahoma State University.
You have a female trainer?
Yes.
What does a trainer do?
The trainer is the person who does all of the taping. She's well-versed in first aid and in injury and in the treatment of injury. So anytime the young men are hurt, that's who initially takes care of them. Of course, we have a orthopedic surgeon that we
Who is that?
I'm sorry, I can't call his name right now. He's been with us.
Okay.
Just a fine man, though. And of course, every if someone's hurt bad in a game, of course, we take them to the hospital. But if it's a bump or a bruise that is lingering, then we have several appointments during the week that we take them down to Oklahoma City.
Okay, I want to know about your captains. You have how many captains out there?
We have 4.
Who are they?
Alan Bridgman, a senior captain from Laramie, Wyoming, and
You don't have a captain from Wyoming.
Laramie, Wyoming, and he is a black young man. There's not that many black folks from Laramie, Wyoming, but
You're right.
But he is from Laramie, Wyoming. He's also the top student on our team.
Really?
He's just a fine young man. He's the leading tackler. He was our first team All-League last year, and I'm sure will be first team All-League this year. One of our another captain is Jonathan Jameson, who is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Another captain, Jonathan Bennett, from Brooklyn, New York.
From Brooklyn?
From Brooklyn, New York.
Are you going to tell my audience that you have a captain from Wyoming, one from New York, one from Oklahoma?
One from Oklahoma, and then Clyde Stearns is our 4th captain. He's from Dallas, Texas.
How did you get all these?
Well, one of the real benefits and beauties of historical black colleges, Miss Luper, is that there are black young folks all over the country who really desire to come to be in this type of environment, which is very nurturing and where they can see a lot of themselves. They can see people who are successful that look like them. And so we have young men. I've had black young men from Canada. We have 2 young men from the Bahamas on the team.
2 from the Bahamas?
2 from the Bahamas. So we really it's a national thing that where these young men and coaches will contact us from coast to coast.
Okay, I want to know who on that Langston team is from Oklahoma.
We have a number of good young men on the team.
Tell me about them.
From Langston. Chris Best is from Oklahoma City, went to U.S. Grant.
Yes, we know.
We have Javernon Clemens from Ardmore.
Wonderful. Miss Johnson is happy.
Adrian Fisher from Oklahoma City, went to Northeast High School.
Oh, my gracious. Joyce is happy.
Anthony Hankins from Oklahoma City, John Marshall.
Oh, my gracious. Say that again.
Oklahoma City, John Marshall.
That's my school.
Anthony Hankins. We have Jamal Moore from Ardmore, who also is a McCabe Scholar.
Oh, wonderful.
You really have to have great grades to have that scholarship.
Yes.
We have Pierre No, who is the first Asian kid to play at Langston. He's Vietnamese. And
Wait a minute now, Mr. Johnson. You mean to tell me you have a young man from Asia, a Vietnamese on the team?
We have a Vietnamese. Now, he was born in the United States, but both of his parents were born in Vietnam, and, of course, after the war, migrated to the United States. And he's from Muskogee, Illinois. He's from Muskogee, Oklahoma, I'm sorry.
Okay, now what is his name again?
Pierre No.
Okay. Tell me more.
We have Brent Robinson from Altus. We have Isaac Skanes from Oklahoma City Northwest.
Oh, my gracious.
Our punter is Israel Jacobs. He comes to us from Pawnee.
From Pawnee, Oklahoma?
Pawnee.
And what is his name again?
Israel Jacobs.
Okay.
And we have the 8-man player of the year, Mark Downing, who went to White Oak, and he's from Veneta.
Veneta, Oklahoma?
Veneta, Oklahoma.
Oh, terrific.
So we've done a real good job in recruiting the young men from Oklahoma. We really want them to feel wanted and know that there's a place here if they would like to be student athletes.
Okay, you keep saying student athlete. What do you mean?
I think, Ms. Luper, that in general, our society now, there's something very negative. I feel negative that the young men, by and large, they watch TV. It's pushed through the media and through advertisement. that you're going to somehow be a millionaire or even worse, be fulfilled by being a professional athlete. And that's not really what ever. The education that they get here will provide them a lifetime of opportunity.
Who is the president of Langston University?
Ernest Hollowell.
What kind of president is he? Tell me about him.
Well, I've had nothing but really, really positive interaction with Dr. Holloway. He gave me this opportunity, which I'll always be grateful for, and from people that I talk to literally all over the world that know about Langston and have been involved. He's been a person that has been supportive of them while being supportive of an institution that has provided an opportunity for Black Americans for a number of years. A lot of the people, Miss Luper, don't remember, as I'm sure you and I, that there was a time when our young people could not go to these other institutions. And there was a time when it was, Langston really had to weather the storm of actually being closed. And if it hadn't been for Dr. Holloway, and I'm sure people that supported him, but he led that fight and was out there in the front, Langston might not be here today. And he continues to fight every single day to make it the absolutely best school and best opportunity for young people in the country. So
I wanted to hear you say that because I've known Dr. Holloway, and to me he's one of the greatest presidents that we have ever had, and one of the greatest ones in Oklahoma. He has traveled extensively to Africa, Asia, and what have you. But let's get back to homecoming. Okay. Now, what can we do to show our support for this homecoming game?
Really, Miss Luper, if the more people that come out and support us on that day, support the Langston community, support Langston University, support these students, support the team, the better off we'll be. And the more we can really, really show what a great place this is and all of the super opportunities that are available here, not just athletically, but as I said, academically. We have some of the finest housing available. This is one of the most affordable educations in the state of Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is very affordable, so that makes it one of the most affordable in the country. Very, very caring and compassionate professors. I've been around, as I told, 3 different universities extensively, and at least have had interaction with 20. And I've never, there's no place that supports students the way Langston University does.
I know Langston University has a homecoming week that's filled with activities. Let's go through some of those activities.
Well, at the homecoming week actually starts on Monday, Miss Luper. And
Monday when?
Monday, November 10th.
Okay.
Actually starts, and that's going to be Color Day. But of course, on the 15th is the day that'll start the culmination of things. And we start off with the President's Breakfast at the White House. That's the main campus. That'll be 8:30 a.m.
Oh, the President's Breakfast.
The President's Breakfast. And then we have the Homecoming Parade, which is just something you have to see. All the bands and the pageantry that will be at that time is just beautiful. That starts at 10 a.m., so boy, folks, they need to get here early so they can get a spot and watch that parade. Then, of course, we'll play the football game over in Jelsom Stadium at Guthrie at 2 o'clock. We had hoped to have Anderson Field ready, but unfortunately it's not going to be ready.
Why is it that it's not ready? Because they promised us that it would be ready.
Well, the only thing I could say, Miss Luper, is construction.
Okay.
And I'm sure that they said that they were going to do their best to have it ready, and I'm quite sure they gave it a great effort, but that's something that was out of our hands. But I'm going to tell you, it's still going to be a great day. We're going to have a beautiful, beautiful celebration. The bands, the football team, the alumni, everybody's still going to be here, so we'll still have a great time.
Okay, is it true that you're having a basketball game out there too?
There's going to be a celebration celebrating decades of basketball, and that's going to be at 1 o'clock in the gym here. So that'll be something just to kind of a in-between thing between the parade and the football game getting started, so that people have plenty to do and plenty to occupy their time. There's also, we need to mention that the Battle of the Bands is going to be immediately following the football game. That's something that's going to be great. And then, we'll have the President's Scholarship Ball
Or where would that be?
That'll be at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Oklahoma City. The Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites in Oklahoma City, and that starts at 9 p.m.
Now, after the game and after the Battle of the Bands, will the people go back to Langston?
You know, Miss Luper, at that point, there's the things here on campus will have culminated. And the President's Scholarship Ball and the SGA after party for the kids, both of those things will be held in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Now, actually, the last thing that closes homecoming week is that'll be, of course, Sunday, November 16th at 10 a.m. chapel at the Annie Laurie Coleman Heritage Center here on the main campus, and everyone is invited to take part in that.
All right. Well, we will be at Langston University, and we'll be selling CP's catfish. We'll be selling, what else, Calvin?
Mom, you know we will have
Clara Luper's Lemonade.
Miss Merlin's Gumbo.
Yes. Clara Luper's Lemonade. Clara Luper graduated from Langston University from Hoffman, Oklahoma.
Well, you know one thing about the CP's catfish, Miss Merlin's Gumbo, all of that is Langstonites. We've been there. We've tasted that red clay water out there in Langston. We've gone through it, and we've learned from it. But, Coach, Mom has a couple more questions for you. I have some questions, but I'm going to hold on because I know that now's not a time to ask. Coach, getting ready for homecoming.
Well, that's okay.
Major
So,
college.
please, I really, I have an open door policy with alumni, with family, with friends, parents, teachers. I'm always open. And, whatever you want to ask, hey, you ask.
Okay, here I am.
I'll
then.
definitely give you an answer.
How did you develop to the level in coaching to be at a major college, a major black college?
Experience, and that's...
Okay, now tell us a little bit about your experiences once again.
Okay, I started at the first football team I coached. I was 22 years old and had a little group of 7- and 8-year-olds. That was my first group. One of those young men is now a PhD professor teaches at OSU.
Now you're telling your age.
Yeah, I'll be 50 years old this year.
Okay.
And those are the success stories to me, that I was able to really push and make young men like his name is Jason Kirksey, Dr. Jason Kirksey now, young men like that to go ahead and take athletics and use it as a means to an end. So, that was my first team. I also coached track and field at a very high level, so coaching track and field and football, Little League, and then, of course, moved on and coached. I actually coached at the college level before I coached at the high school level.
So you're ready, and we at Calvin, we are getting ready for
We're
homecoming.
Ready. Homecoming. Dear Langston.
Dear Langston, our son said, okay, now, let's go back over. When is homecoming?
November 15th, Saturday.
Saturday, November the 15th. Will
Yes.
the people have an opportunity to see the court?
Yes, they will. Please, I'll be right in Gales Field House. We have, this is just the second year of the renovation here. Beautiful in Gales Field House. It's named after Zip Gales, of course. And my office is right here, and then I'll be here as I was last homecoming, right here in the office. And people that want to come by and shake hands and meet me, and certainly, before the game, I'm always open to and love to
Okay,
meet
well, we
them.
want you to come by CP's Catfish, Miss Merlin's Gumbo, get some shrimp on the stick, and tell all those big football players that we love them, we respect them, and we are proud of them. I know we have used most of your time, and you've got to get back to
Well,
work.
let me ask him one
Well,
question.
okay, Calvin.
Hey, Coach Johnson.
Yes.
One thing that I am extremely concerned about is the young people that are in high school and wanting to go to college. What are your suggestions, or do you have any suggestions for these athletes who go out there and at the high school level? What do you suggest for them to do to be ready to play college football?
The first thing, sir, is they must understand that they have to get their academics. That's the first thing. Now, after they make a commitment to their academics, then the commitment to being the best athlete that they can be. And that means that there are going to have to be some sacrifices made. That you cannot play college football or high school football, for that matter, and not get your rest, not lift, not live the life of a champion. And that's what I try to tell the young men. All of those things need to be pushed to the side. You need to be involved with your family, with your church, with your school, with your community. If you do those four things, you will have the opportunity to play college football. But
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly. Calvin,
One more question, Mom.
okay,
you
one
know,
more. Okay,
Because I want to
Calvin,
talk about
okay.
Lexington's homecoming. I'm looking forward to November the 15th. Looking forward to the campus. But one thing that I don't know how the coach is going to answer this question, but are there any suggestions that you can give the parents of these athletes, high school and college athletes?
stay
I mean, from
close
your
to 'em.
experiences, is there something that you would like to say to the parents of these young men,
Yes, there is.
young women?
You know, stay close to your young men and your young ladies. Stay
Wait,
close
say it
to
again?
them. Watch what they're doing. Monitor their activities. Know who they hang out with. Know what they're doing, and be supportive.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you.
We gotta
Thank
go.
you, Coach.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you so
being
much,
our
folks.
guest,
Dear
and
Langston.
we are looking forward to seeing you on homecoming.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That
Bye-bye.
was Coach Johnson from Langston University, Langston, Oklahoma. Calvin,
I
we better
like
tell
that.
people that want scholarships and things, they've got to learn how to pass that ACT test. Now, what do you have up on November the 8th?
Well, on November the 8th, there will be an activity. There will be a great activity that the NACP Youth Council is proud sponsor of, and this gives the young people an opportunity to come in and to take the ACT test.
But they're gonna
Now,
show
how
them-
important is the ACT test? The ACT test helps determine your eligibility for different schools, for different types of scholarships, and for grants, for everything else.
And for the Clara Luper Scholarship.
And for the Clara Luper Scholarship. Now, that activity will be November the what?
November the 8th at the New Zion Baptist Church here in Oklahoma City on 29th and Kelly.
And what do the young people have to do to be a
They
part
have
of
to apply. Bring your applications to Freedom Center on Monday. We only have 100 slots and they are being filled. Now, I'm telling you, and I want to scream it, you've got to learn how to take a test. Well, Calvin, I
But,
have
Mom,
somebody online.
we've told the counselors at the different schools, we've told counselors across the city of Oklahoma City, across the state of Oklahoma, that we want young people to come there and to take this preparatory test, I guess is what
No,
it's called.
they're going to show them how to take it.
They're
and
gonna
then
show
take
them how
it.
to take it.
Okay, Calvin, I have someone on the line.
I wonder
Hello?
who that is.
Hello,
Yes,
Hello.
Miss Luper.
yes.
This is Clarence Adams.
I've been
Adams and
waiting.
Son.
Clarence Adams.
I've been waiting on you, Clarence.
Yeah.
Tell me about the program that will be held at a church on what date?
Tomorrow, the 26th,
At what time?
at 3 o'clock.
Tell me about it.
We're at Christian Faith Missionary Baptist Church, 500 East Wilshire. And we're going to have a hallelujah, praise the Lord, good time.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Good time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's going to happen now?
We're going to have several groups here from the city that belongs to East Side District. And we're going to all come together to just praise the Lord.
And okay, when you
This
say several groups, what are you talking about, Clarence?
We have Faith Memorial. We have Brother Threets out of
Out
Arcadia, Oklahoma.
Okay.
We have the Spiritual Tones, McCarty, Reverend McCarty out of Denton, Texas.
Out of
We
Denton,
have-
Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
Bethlehem Star. We have some soloists that's going to participate. So we're just going to have, we're just going to try to bombard heaven and just let the Lord know that we appreciate him so much and just being with us all down through the year.
What do you say? Bombard hell.
Yes.
Yes, with
Now,
music and songs and praises.
Who's the pastor of that church?
Reverend Eddie Baker.
Who's in charge of that Men's Day? Is that the Men's Day program?
Yes, I'm your annual coordinator and Brother Hawthorne.
Brother Hawthorne?
Yes, he's the president of the Men's Day of the Men Brotherhood.
Oh, you have a brotherhood,
Yes,
and he's the president.
yes, ma'am.
Well, you tell Brother Hawthorne that Clara Luper says hello.
I sure will.
Okay,
He'll be
now
glad
let
to
me
hear
go
time?
back over. What time? He said at 3 o'clock, didn't you?
it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you make sure you know the time, Calvin.
I mean, I want to be like everybody else in the audience. We got to have our pens ready. We got to have our pencils ready because we know we're listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show,
That's
and we
right.
got to be ready to write it down.
You have the hallelujah what?
A hallelujah good time.
A hallelujah good time.
Praising the Lord.
Praising the
For
Lord.
how good he been to us.
All right.
And how he protected us and kept us all down through the years.
Okay. Now, Mr. Adams, you're one of our successful businessmen, and I know you were honored by the NACP 3 years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is it you've been so successful in business?
Well, number one, I put the Lord first, Miss Luper. And then I try to take care of business. I like Cecil Williams to say, I try to take care of business. I take care of my business, and not into everybody else's, and whatever's necessary. And I try to do business decently and in order, and try to treat my people right.
And where are you located?
I'm at 1517 Northeast 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Northeast.
Northeast side?
Yes.
Well, really, it's Clara Luper Boulevard.
Now, say that.
Corridor.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so very kindly, and thank you for being one of our strong supporters.
Thank you, Miss Luper.
And thank you for being in our family.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is a Clara Luper radio show, and this morning has been a very difficult morning for me because you remember 2 weeks ago I told you that we had lost one of my cousins. Well, today I would like to tell you, today I would like to tell you that another one of our cousins died this morning. Marvin Hall died this morning. This is Clara Luper. Hello? Hello? Okay, there. Oh well,
You
that's
know, Mom,
right.
we
Well, I've gotten a lot of calls, Calvin. I've gotten calls from all of my white citizens council friends and Ku Klux Klanners congratulating Oklahoma City's black on that Marcus Garvey school. They say that's the right school. Marcus Garvey had the right idea. Anyway,
whoa.
I'm telling you, they congratulated
Let me go
me.
a little slower here now.
They were congratulating me. I don't know why they're congratulating me. You better call the Board of Education and other people because I had nothing to do with Marcus Garvey's school. Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Luper, and hello to Kelvin and the radio audience.
Hello,
Hey.
lady.
Well, fine.
Sounds
I am
familiar.
Little Ruth Hunter, and I'm calling in to congratulate you and all of the participants that's been on your program this morning. And I want to say to the coach from Langston University, Mr. Johnson, don't give up because no one never fails. They just stop trying. So I'm sure when we come out for homecoming, and I'm going to be there, and my friends are going to be there to see them win, lose, or draw.
Oh,
So
man.
always know that you do have some Langston supporters, and don't give up.
Dear
And there will be
Langston.
many Langston supporters out there homecoming to watch the plays and to participate in all of the activities that will be going on homecoming. And I want to congratulate you, Mrs. Luper, for going to the activity on last night where they honored the attorneys. And I know that was a wonderful program. Because the children went to the circus, and they said, I've never seen a circus as beautiful and as many activities as I saw at the circus the other night. So I'm looking forward to seeing the circus because if my kids were impressed with it, I'm sure it was a wonderful circus. And I want to thank everyone for supporting the kids at the circus. And if you did not go to see the circus, you need to stop and go. You said tomorrow is the last day?
Yes.
Well, so if you can't go today, be sure you go tomorrow, because if not, you're going to miss a treat of your lifetime.
Well,
And
thank you.
Ms. Luper, every time I come on,
Yes.
the church out there on Douglas Boulevard, those people were so nice, so
But
courteous.
you
and
told
so
us that.
Possible. Say what?
You've already told us
Well, I
that.
know, but somehow, I can see if everybody was out there was Baptist. But they weren't all Baptists, because I was a Methodist. I was a Methodist, and the lady knew I was a Methodist. But she showed no difference in my
Between the
religion,
Methodists.
because she thought I was.
Well, I'm Baptist, and Oklahoma City University gave 30 scholarships in my honor. Lady, I got to go because I want you to know how much I appreciate you. I can't do with you and can't do without you.
And I wanted to say hello to the audience, and I don't want them to forget tomorrow is Sunday and go to somebody's church tomorrow. Bye now.
Church
Have a
is
wonderful
chicken.
day.
They fool me. I've had people call me, Miss Lou, I went to church today, and I'm thinking they go in church and they say, I went to church. It's chicken to get me some chicken. Well, anyway, I want the world to know I have nothing to do with Marcus Garvey School.
Marcus, why not?
And
Mom? You should.
I don't
You
because
should.
I don't believe in Marcus Garvey. Now, I know what somebody told me, say, well, Miss Luper, there were a lot of slave owners. You're right. But Martin Luther King told us, don't perpetuate your own conditions. Well, anyway,
history also tells you that too.
but one thing about Marcus Garvey, he was able to get close to 6 million blacks to give him some money to go back to Africa.
And
Well,
let
I
me
don't
get this ship for you. you know.
No, that ship. Negroes.
Come
But
get on
anyway,
this ship, ride
that
with
proved
me.
beyond a shadow of doubt. You can come to Oklahoma City if you have some money. You can get people to follow you anywhere. Okay, now I had the opportunity to go to one of the presidential receptions.
What kind of
Joe
president?
Limmerman.
What kind of presidential? You
the-
mean one of the candidates?
One of the candidates came here, and I have. Don't ask me what I thought about it, Kevin, because I would have to tell
I'm
you.
not
the
going to
truth.
ask you, Mom, but I will ask you what they served at this.
Pancakes. That's pancakes and syrup. But you know,
Pancakes and syrup.
Okay, but the interesting part about this, the candidate spoke. After the candidate spoke, we were all ready to ask questions. They said, no, we're not going to ask no questions. This is informal. We're going to take him around where he can greet people. And he went round and round. And I know one thing. If that's the way to treat people, I don't want to be treated that way. Anyway, I'm getting old, as so is a lot of people out there, and I'm dedicating my program today to the old people. Well, my eyes are weak, and I work hard. I work hard to see what I'm reading. And many times I do not remember all that I want to say until you have gone. And so, take a little more time with me. Promise me that you will take a little time with me. I'm not going to ask for your attention. I want it to be given freely and willingly. I worry so much about you, and I love all of you with all of my heart. I just want you to be happy and strong. And remember, tonight is NACP's night, and that's a night of the big NACP fighting for freedom. And a lot of blacks, especially these educated blacks, have been educated in the white man's books. They don't associate with NACP. They aren't going to come to NACP's meetings. They are so wrapped up in
Mom,
their
time.
education. Yes, I'm saying it.
No, I mean, I've worked hard for my education, and I don't have time to come to these meetings.
Well, you wouldn't have been where you are if it hadn't been for the NACP, because your black sales would not have been at OU and OSU and OCU and all these others.
Dear Langston.
Had been for the NACP, and Langston gave you the background, and all of the advancements have not come out of these big somewhere else schools. Ada Lloyd Scipio was a graduate of Langston University. Well, anyway, you white folks can laugh at me all you want to, and you remember, I don't want to go back to Africa, but I do want to go to the banks, like Russell Perry told the group. We got to start setting up money and borrowing money, and the next time I go in the bank, I'm going to ask for $20 million in place of $1,000, because it's better to be turned down for $20 million than what have you.
Right.
Well, black people, a big joke. We are a big joke. You're right. But we are supporting. If you don't get out and see that circus, I will have something to talk about the rest of my life, because here's showing what a black man can do, and he cannot do it by himself.
He certainly couldn't.
It's integrated.
It was
Well,
integrated.
Marcus Garvey didn't believe in integration.
It's integrated and it's coordinated. I mean, the timing on all that. We've done a lot of productions, and I'm certain that there are people out there listening that have done productions. But the timing on the circus, I mean, the difference in the acts, I mean, they come in, they change the
They know what to
stages,
do.
and
Calvin.
they're
Just
doing
to
everybody doing their job.
Just to see a black man that's able to buy a tent like that, or whatever.
Well, the tent, but then the floor of the tent was
Anyway,
exciting.
Calvin, I'm going to
You
ask
put
you
a
for help.
You put one elephant on the tent floor, but then to put 3 elephants, oh, I love it.
And the
Thank you.
elephants were trained, and if you can
Thank
train
you.
an elephant,
And you know what?
certainly can train us. Yeah.
You know what? That is the only black trainer of elephants in the world that is here doing this circus. I don't have his name
He's
here.
the only.
He's the only trainer of elephants. And those elephants, they dance, they lay down, they roll. I mean, it is an exciting affair. You're missing an opportunity, Oklahoma City, if you don't do it. You got to do it now. I know you got other things to do, Sunday. I know there's some things that you want to do.
Well, I know
Sunday,
the name
but
of the
there's
elephant
something-
trainer.
You know the name?
Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone?
Yes,
Okay, that's
he's the
his
elephant
name.
trainer.
Well, he
anyway,
worked hard. I'd hate to
anyway,
train an
Calvin,
elephant.
I'm going to ask Oklahoma City to do something
I
about
sure
it.
hate to try to train an elephant.
We have more
Or
popcorn.
find that tiger.
We have more popcorn politicians popping up to run for
Well,
Calvin Cox's seat,
I'm
Angela
calling,
Bunker.
that's Kevin Cox.
They are popping up. They are popping up.
Calvin.
And that's good. I think they should run. And I think they should run for mayor.
I'm
Just
ready.
run. But we need your help. We have a paper bin up to Freedom Center. Now, you want to support us. What can you do? Bring your newspapers, your magazines. Don't bring your telephone books up to Freedom Center. That little old house is sitting out there. Bring us some cans. And we're selling pop, what you call them? Blow pops.
Blow pops. That's what Miss Ford calls them.
Blow pops,
That's-
okay.
that's
And we
what
want
the
you to buy
advisors
some
call
blow
them.
pops and support us. I would like to thank you for your support. And Reverend Dallas, I would like to thank you for your financial support. I would like to thank all of you. Now, if you are educated and you aren't a member of the NACP and you aren't supportive of the NACP, don't come grinning at me, because what I would call you publicly is a parasitica PhD, because you're eating in restaurants because of the NACP, you're working in integrated situations because of the NACP, you're riding anywhere on a bus and you're on it because of the NACP, you're moved to Edmond, to Moore, everywhere because of the NACP. Don't take my word for it. Get on your computer and trace it down. Now, I've had my say.
I don't think you're finished, Mom. I hope you're not finished, because we're so happy to have you back in the studio.
I had the
this
opportunity to
week.
travel south last week, and I was so impressed in Gilmore, Texas. Oh, I've had a time of my life, but I've never seen nothing but a bunch of Negroes gather around and say, I'm from Marcus Garvey. Why didn't you name that school after Johnny Green? Oh, my gracious, that's a good name. A.L. Dow. No, they are integrationists. We want to go back to the good old days. Well, I'm not going back. And to my white friends, I think white people ought to be rejoicing everywhere, because if it hadn't been for the NACP, I don't know where you would be today, and you are better off because of the
Mom,
NACP.
you can go on and on, but you're right. And this is your show, but I have to put this out.
Well, put it out,
especially
Calvin. Put
because
it in
of the fact
you
that
better be
I
getting
kind of got a
everything.
little embarrassed there at the Universal Soul Circus. That young lady sung happy birthday to some people, and it kind of made me feel bad. But she is a welcome member of the We Can't Singers.
Calvin, who are you singing happy birthday
I'm singing
to?
happy birthday out to a couple that I missed last week. That was Miss Slaughter. No, it wasn't Miss Slaughter.
Okay, you better hurry
I
up.
better hurry. But you know who I miss. If your birthday's
better
coming
sing
up,
and
you
count,
better
please.
get it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. There it is, Johnny. Happy birthday to you. And may you have many, many more.
Well, Fifth Street is celebrating a revival and a combination of a pastor's anniversary. Reverend Coleman came here in June, and I think he was installed in August, but his
8 years ago.
anniversary, no, that didn't be, but his anniversary will be on tomorrow. This is Clara Luper saying, if you don't like what I say, do it, say something yourself, and whatever you do, you remember that you are black. You can have a PhD or a DDD, you're still black, and you're still on the plantation. Bye-bye. This is Clara Luper saying goodbye.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your number one gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need your help in a hand.
KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City, and streaming audio at www.ktlv1220.com.
Listen to Jesus is the Answer Ministry every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 with your host, Reverend Bernard Burris. To support Jesus is the Answer, please send a love offering to Jesus is the Answer, Post Office Box 5791, Edmond, Oklahoma 73083. For information, call 410-6326. That's 410-6326. And God loves you.
Are you being overly charged for senior care or unhappy with your current provider? Well, we have some good news for you. Affordable Senior Care offers bonded and insured sitters, companions, light housekeeping, maid service, 24-hourly flat rates, hourly rates, and more. Just call 790-0816. That's 790-0816 from 9 to 5. Just remember, there's no place like home. Located
Expressed on this program or the products endorsed on